CRR missed. GarrettG, Evoh. GarrettG was looking so good in their first round. Hell, why does it say they had 33 goals? It's game one. Why is it gone? Oh, okay. I need to reset the series again. There we go. It counted the warm-up game as the first game of the series, and I guess the admin set it to a 33-goal victory. I do need to VIP Timmy, apparently. First goal going the way of CRR. He got better and better as the first series went on. We haven't seen Mist yet on this channel, so that'll be our kind of mystery man. But obviously we know how good Mist is, especially, I think he's especially solid in as a twos partner. Very much more of a controlling player. So see how he does go in twos. I don't know if he's going to bring out a lot. We know he has the mechanics to do it, but we don't know if he'll bring those out throughout this, or if he'll keep it simple. Much prefer the simple style, like the EU style of twos, very fast, kind of team-oriented. Not a lot of the slower plays. Keeps the game moving pretty quickly, but in terms of players, CRR has those solo plays. He was so good in the first series, hasn't been able to do it just yet. GarrettG on the other end. Oh! Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I do want to go over to Miss Cam for this one, to see what he was thinking. Oh, I think he was trying to just get underneath him, but the defender was able to hold off just long enough. GarrettG still in position to make the save, so the pressure from Mist enough to at least force out a rough touch from the defender. Well, CRR's pre-jumped this, and he's got a flip reset. Used it to try and get back down to the ball quickly. It got a little away from him, and maybe attempt to dunk that one over the top of the defender. I will say it's a lot harder casting using this system, because I actually, on my screen, cannot see who the current player is, what the scoreboard is. I've got a completely blank Rocket League screen. You saw that during the warm-up match. That's what I get to see. And if I want to see who the current player is without just kind of recognizing it from the car, I have to go look over on the OBS screen that has the overlay that you guys see. So, a bit of a tough system. Salt Mine 3 puts the overlay on this screen, on my main Rocket League screen, which makes it a lot easier. Plus, obvious 1v1, so easier to manage as well. Another goal. This time it's CRR getting the lead for his team. Confusion here from Mist, and he turned into a difficult position. Turning maybe too far away from the net. Gave a bit of a gap behind him that he could find that ball sneak past. Very aggressive play coming out from the blue team so far from Evoh and CRR. Anybody know what the team name would be? That's a tough one for Evoh and CRR. Maybe just the Crow, Evoh and CR. Talk about this a lot, but CRR is a terrible name. You should just go by Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe Cristiano Ronaldo. His name is Christian for those who don't know. I'm not just butchering Cristiano. Oh no, the mistake's happening. You can't do that in front of GarrettG. A long drive down to tie up the game, and that's been pretty much both of Orange's goals so far. Wait for the mistake and capitalize on it. Mist and GarrettG both expected to be very solid as Rock players. So GarrettG, captain fundamentals. Really popped off in the first series mechanically. See the way that Mist likes to play that. A lot of players may have stayed in the air for that, but he's happy to back down, take control of himself, follow it up a bit more of a safe play to stay closer to the ground. CRR. Ooh, you can see it in his eyes. It was a little glint, hoping that he could find that double. Great pass back, and the angle is good. CRR and Evoh connecting well. Has missed. Gets 50'd out. Pass back. GarrettG covering the net, but he had to cover the net and the pass and hope that the pass would be on that left-hand side after he lost all of that momentum. Jets now 1v1, easy as you like for GarrettG off the ground dribble. Big miss off the kickoff for Evoh. Not what you want to see, but I guess it's what you want to see if you're Garrett and Mist, who are both focused on beating out the mistakes. Can we turn up the game sound just a little bit as well? There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Hopefully that's not too loud now for you guys. Tied game, 1 minute remaining. CRR off the roof. Had to use his flip again early to try and catch up with the ball. It's unfortunate for CRR. He's had to do that a couple of times, use his flip not to make a play on the ball, to actually get to the ball. It's often the difference between the absolute best of the best in the world and, at least for players, a little bit out of form on the day. CRR, another attempt for the solo play. Gets the early flip reset. GarrettG backs up his teammate well. There's somewhat of an opening as Mist was bumped off to the left-hand side, but he manages to get back. Good defense coming out, as expected, from Mist and GarrettG. Team fundamentals maybe having another chance as GarrettG just attempting to beat out one, but he will take it to the ground. Overtime in game one. What we expected would be a close series. Very tight in terms of the defense. Advantage in terms of possession to Evoh and CRR. They get another chance, and this time they sink it. The play from the first member of the defense a little too close to the net. That means that Mist doesn't have a chance to get involved, and the 1v1 gets won out by CRR for the game to go in his favor. A good performance from CRR, but somewhat, I would say, of a greedy performance too. That seems to be the way that CRR and Evoh want to play it. Give CRR the ball, let him go for a long solo play, and he has been very threatening with it so far. So I kind of like that, showing a little bit of maturity, I guess, from Evoh. Take more of a backseat in the series. Just want to point out, GarrettG, 1,000 points. Did his best. On team fundamentals, there's a reason he's called the captain. Hey, Jobs! Thank you for the raid, my dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're surviving with your sanity in the off-season. Unemployed brothers, unless you got a job. I've somewhat been looking to get a part-time job. We insane out here. He's lost his sanity. You know, he's probably yelling about stuff again. You know how Jobby is. But hope you have a good rest of the evening. We're here in the semi-final. 1 game lead right now to Evoh and CRR, looking to head into their finals. Yeah, bit of a rise back up to the top for GarrettG if he managed to do it, and Mist, who's been criticised a lot through their off-season for, well, not through the off-season, through the season for maybe falling off from where they once were. From what I hear, with Mist being on a new team, being putting on the grind, but it doesn't matter because Evoh and CRR have come out strong, and both of those players, I felt like, had slow starts in their first series of today in the quarterfinals. Quarterfinal 2 and number 4, those two. It's good to peak later on in the tournament for getting through those early rounds. GarrettG Peaked a little early, it seems, for Evoh. Here's another chance. Goes for the low redirect. Good save coming out. Missed, managing to use the post. Big touch up. This time Evoh going for the long solo play. Maybe that's just a safer option for both of these lads. Happy not to play the team effort. And look at that. CRR trusting Evoh so much on the 1v1 defense. He opts to go for the boost instead. And there we go. Evoh. Long run up the pitch. After the defense. I don't think he had a full boost. Tank of boosts. But he didn't even need to use all of it. He had 20 remaining at the end of the play. 2-goal lead now. Are we going to have a very quick semi-finals? Hopefully not. Looked like it was going to be very close to the last game. Oh my goodness. Evoh almost own goaling if that was on target. See, he came sweeping out of the back of the net. Not a bad attempt to make a touch though, because the orange team may have been able to get a good play out of defense as well. So, a bit of a risk, but can get punished. Just trying to keep that one forward. Garrett, there's no boost. He does manage to pick up the 100. Mist picks some up from the other side as well. Now Evoh over the top. A good touch coming out from Mist just to keep him away from the double touch. See Mist and GarrettG looking for the team plays. Maybe get a little more cross pitch so he can generate some more power. Good bump out. I'm surprised he gets the demo. He didn't look half supersonic, let alone enough to destroy his opposition. Oh, here we go. This has got to be a good shot, but he goes wide. He saw Mist covering the shot, so just relaxed a little bit. Now Mist going over the top. CRR in the corner. I hope he's going to take that boost till it's stolen away. Once again, seen Evoh. I think any 1v1 player, but Evoh especially, has done really good on low boosts. We've done CRR a little bit dirty by watching him there. Missing the flip, and there we go! GarrettG finds right side. A strong redirect, Missed, hitting that up all the way to Garrett. It was a shot as well, so CRR couldn't just wait. He had to also cover the fake. Makes it a great play. Good team play coming out from GarrettG and Mist. CRR, does he win? Mist was up. Defender's advantage coming out from Mist. Evoh looking for the solo play right up high. Had the flip reset. Mist contending with CRR. I was hoping to get that bump, it seems, but CRR stays over the top of it. Takes it over the top of him again. This is playing more of a pressure challenge style. Trying to force that first play. Now, it's a more team-oriented level of defense. Oh, GarrettG can't be stopped. Another dunk. GarrettG, 1,000 points in the first game. He's got his second goal here. As he just races Evoh, gets behind the ball, full face of the car, full face of the bat. A minute half. Massive, massive comeback here from the orange team. It's going to be the advantage of keeping the score low, but kickoff goes the way of Evoh and CRR. Fake kickoff, working perfectly. It's almost a bit of a Spanish kickoff as well, with CRR chasing out the second man on the plate. Maybe we're going to have to see a masterclass here from Garrett, but he's bumped out by his own teammate! Mist, what are you doing? He's sold! Not just himself, but GarrettG down the river. CRR bumped GarrettG in the first place. Missed with a follow-up bump. So maybe it didn't really make a difference. But it's just tough signs for this orange team, though. Surprising kickoff. Straight 50. CRR greedy for the boost. Misses it completely. I didn't see that one. missed the boost completely, but even if he got it, it looked like he wanted to turn forward. A bit of a crazy play, considering they already had the lead, to go that aggressive off the kickoff as second man. Not even aggressive, more like greedy. Aggressive would be going for a close cheat as the second player, but just wanted the boost. He wanted to be on 100. Always going to be to the advantage of the opposition if the ball does freeze. So it's also on the kickoffer to make sure that if your teammate is going for back boost, that the ball never freezes. It was peeing off somewhere. Even if you lose the kickoff into an awkward spot, it's better than having it froze. 30 seconds here. GarrettG and missed. Garrett's getting completely chased down in the midfield. It took him out of the pass option, and Mist wasn't set up to go for the solo play. Big challenge early from GarrettG. Is he going to do enough in this last 10? Try and beat out this strong defense that's coming from Evoh and CRR. CRR look for the bump over the top of Mist. It forces him up so that they can take the ball around. They're going to let that touch, and no, actually do keep it up for a little bit more, but it was a diving effort from Mist. Hasn't got the follow-up play, and a 2-game, 2-0 lead now for Evoh and CRR. And I'll ask here, I'm assuming that this is still a best of 5. I actually do not know. Actually, I can just go look at last week to check whether these semi-finals are best of 5 or best of 7. They are best of 5. It's best of 5 all the way through to the grand final. I actually assumed that the grand final was best of 7, but it's best of 5 all the way through. So that means 3 match points in a row for Evoh and CRR. A lot of saves that had to come out from Mist in that game, as you can see. 5 saves. You'd see that Evoh and CRR were putting a lot of pressure on the net, but you know, I think that's to be expected. Mist and GarrettG happy to make defensive plays, go for some more of counterattacks, but that does rely on your opposition making a few mistakes, being able to match them in defense over and over again. It gives a little bit of that onus, a little bit of control of the match to Evoh and CRR. And this wasn't just a fake kickoff, it was a no-go on the kickoff from blue team. And I wonder if... Let's go have a quick look. Seems they were in position. And CRR has been completely blundered by that bounce. What a weird kickoff. You'd expect the CRR at the back post with the 100 boost would have been able to have an effect on that one, but you know, it happens to the best of us. Even I make a mistake every now and again. Even CRR in the net can make it a defensive mistake of that magnitude. Will they be able to make that early comeback? Fake underneath. Really do like how well GarrettG and Mist back each other up in front of that net. Never truly focused on kind of expecting that their teammate can 1v1. Makes their defense stronger, but it does cost them the odd opportunity to get a quicker breakaway or more offensive play. You'll see the difference. Evoh and CRR might trust their teammate to make that solo defense and then be pushing forward already for a pass or a demo. Mostly being the demo throughout this series. Or at least attempted demos. Evoh couldn't get around it. Was the first real goal scoring opportunity from Evoh and CRR, maybe one that they should have even got a whiff. Low boost here for the orange team. Pass over to Evoh, and what a save on almost 0 boost from Mist. He's done miracle work there. And then it's not over just yet. Evoh, flip reset fake underneath, Mist again and a save. That's where his home is, in the net. And he's done brilliantly, not just to get a save there, but to get them out of dodge. Evoh hanging forward, looking for the quick counter attack. Pass back. GarrettG His 50's on form today. Not only in the defensive half, he's scored multiple goals by 50 through the last defender. In a major difference. Evoh trying to fake again. Been really relying on going for the fakes rather than maybe for the full plate in front of the ball, flip reset or anything like that. Feel like when they do vary it and they go for the massive play, they may find a little bit more success because their opponents have had to rely on the fake. But again, GarrettG missed, worked together well on the defense. Back each other up. One plays for the fake, one play will for the other option. Oh, missed. Didn't quite get enough momentum behind that ball, and it's a good infield pass again with a follow-up from Evoh. You don't see that often. A 4-man pass play in 2v2. CRR up to Evoh, back to CRR, back to Evoh off the backboard. It's taken a monumental effort in order to break out that defense. See, so much of the attacking half has been there for Evoh and CRR. Scary to do against players of that caliber who can make such strong solo plays to give them this much possession of the ball. GarrettG with the dunk. Is that going to be enough? No, it's too far around for missed. Passed into centre. GarrettG, the backboard, but cleared out. It's just a safety clear to give them some room to maybe grab some boost. CRR still hasn't found any. He's going to be driving back, hoping for the best because his teammate forced out the play, went early. Now CRR did find the boost. Flip reset. Bumped out by miss, so no chance of a goal just yet. It's a close game. The lowest scoring we've seen today, 1-1, with a minute remaining. Oh, massive miss, and that'll be a goal. GarrettG gets another. He's been the offensive force, and he really didn't trust that Evoh would get that touch. Read it from the very beginning that it was an awkward position towards that backboard. Evoh's going to be very upset with himself. I do believe that Mist and GarrettG, their defense should be able to hold on to this last minute, but gonna have to do a lot in this very play. Quick beat out. Evoh didn't have the boost to follow up. He backs off for the 100. Ooh, will he get enough? No. Great backup coming out from Mist. And another extra touch just to put the heat on. Evoh and CRR start seeing the game trickle out of their hands, though. A little space here. GarrettG will be first to challenge. Challenges early. CRR with the shot. Missed again with the save. He's been huge in the net. Multiple saves that maybe even felt like he realistically had no chance of getting. Being able to do it. CRR around the corner. No. Missed again. Blocking it out. Big clear down. That's the play. It'll ensure that they are still in the series. And that they don't get 3-0. Will they be able to make the reverse sweep? I think that's still a tough call. They're still leaving a lot of this game in the hands of Evoh and CRR in terms of giving them so much possession of the ball, but massive credit. Their defense has been so strong that Evoh and CRR have found it very difficult to find little gaps. Look at that. Look at that. 15 shots to 2. 2 goals for Mist and Garrett after spending the entire time on the defense. That's absolutely wild. 10 saves. 8 of them coming out from Mist. And probably 3 or 4 looked unsavable, considering not just the position, but also the boost amount that Mist had for a lot of those. start wondering, what can Evoh and CRR do? The demo game might need to be there, because they were very successful, at least with the demo attempts that forced Mist and GarrettG up early in multiple plays in those first couple of games. Didn't quite see them in that game. More about how do we solo play a lot of fakes coming out in the air and hoping for a mistake out of the defense. But again, they've been so trusting in the defense. Be a frustrating game for Evoh and CRR, especially with Evoh having that chance to maybe win the last one. All missed as well with 0 boosts. No touch there for Evoh. This actually means that Mist will get the follow-up. CRR stays close to the ball, beats out GarrettG, but Garrett gets contact with his man. Car contact is just as good as beating him out to the ball sometimes. Allows the ball to trickle into your own half. CRR over the top of one. GarrettG's going to have to recover quickly. He was getting bumped. It's a pure 1v1 now. Missed. What has he got in the 1v1? Well, didn't need too much more than a strong early 50, because CRR recovered with his dash just a little bit the wrong way. Now CRR in another 1v1 doesn't have the boost. Missed over to GarrettG. This is going to back off. That's been pretty much the recipe for Mist throughout the series. He could have pushed hard there. He could have committed. GarrettG certainly would have in that situation. Instead, he plays it very, very safe. So it's leading to a lot of these low scoring affairs, low goal affairs in these games. Still look back at that last game of the first goal in the first 5 seconds, and CRR completely missing the ball. Could have been the difference as well. Evoh now faking underneath, has the 50. No, doesn't even need it. The fake is enough. Go straight to Evoh cam for this one. Sees Mist underneath. Good patience. Mist forced high and can't get around the ball after expecting the first touch. Evoh and CRR with the early lead. GarrettG though, off the kickoff. What has he got? Has Mist in support. Goes straight himself. Looks for another dunk play, but Evoh expecting it now that he's seen it a few times. Out from GarrettG. Mist up in the air. CRR following up. See this? Expected. Evoh goes to the solo play. CRR staying close to prevent a 1v1 play from developing in the other end. Misses the flip reset. Looks for the bump on the follow. Evoh with the pre-jump has to do a lot, and he's done enough to at least give his teammate some time on the rotation back. GarrettG, you can see he likes to commit early, try and force out a play, but he doesn't commit too hard so he can rotate back quickly, he can recover. Look at that one. He's kind of recovered at least low to the wall. It's probably the hardest commit that he's made. He did come off the wall, which forces him into the air for quite a while. And the early challenge from GarrettG has the support in mid. He doesn't need it. Straight goal. It's strong enough to beat CRR. And it is tied again. GarrettG, the Lions' share of goals throughout this series. Scored a hat-trick in the first. This will be a tale for the ages if they manage to make this comeback. Again, based off how the end of last season looked for Mist and GarrettG and public sentiment around those two players, where they could reach back to the very top of North American Rocket League once again after somewhat of a fall. But at the other end, obviously newer faces, at least in North America. CRR having moved across the region to play with Complexity. I'll be excited to see how Complexity go in this next season. They're looking really strong at the end of Spring Split. Evoh's had what seems like a bit of a surge through this off-season. It's done really well in the one scene in Salt Mine 3. particularly in the group stages, maybe less so in the actual knockouts. Ooh, very close. Missed. Just arriving up to that one in time. 50 seconds left now. Big difference here is GarrettG and Mist cannot afford to make a mistake. The pressure's truly on them. But you have to argue if CRR and Evoh do lose this game, you might start thinking very differently about how this series will go. So maybe a must-win for them right here, right now. This is once again a very low-scoring game, very defensive effort coming out from Garrett and Mist. Garrett caught out backwards there, but that doesn't matter. Still able to defend, still able to avoid the bump. CRR now looking for the backboard. Mist's going to keep it under control. Evoh backs off fake for the early touch, and there's been a huge mix-up. The defense has been so good from Garrett and Mist the entire series. This time they both get caught front post in same position, both looking for the early challenge, and that's going to go sailing off over their heads. What a disappointment for GarrettG and Mist. It really felt like they were in it to win it in these last couple of games. Now here we go, Mist. What can you do? Early pre-jump from Garrett, but he doesn't get enough contact. It may have been defended out. He only had a slither of the goal to hit. And he ended up sending that wide. GG's from GarrettG early. No GG's prominently from Mist. Deafening quiet. Evoh also brought out the GG's. No GG's from CRR, so 3-1 victory. CRR and Evoh moving through to the grand finals. Be interesting to see who they end up being paired with. There's a chance that they could stay paired for that grand final, but what a fun little match. And man, GarrettG, I'm going to give him some credit. He's had some fantastic games across the day. Really interesting battle there in terms of defensive effort from those two. But not enough against the pure aggression of CRR and Evoh.